1993 Chicago World's Fair, the biggest fair in the world.
Have you two ever been to the fair before?
Yes, it's always been very exciting.
Reagan and I have been here many times together and have seen so many different items and shows. Have you gotten the chance to go yet?
Yes, I have. I heard that this year there are a lot of inventions that are being debuted.
Speaking of, it's starting to look a little busier. We better get going. Come with us to see all of the new inventions and updates that will put ease into your everyday working lifestyle. This is the one time and place you can find out not just what America has to offer, but the whole world.
It's mind-boggling to think that a year ago we were living in a completely different way. These days we are seeing the variety of new snacks and foods skyrocket like never before. Every stand I've seen today so far has had boxes of Cracker Jacks and packages of Juicy Fruit gum. If you ask me, I think that Cracker Jacks are a delightful snack, but Juicy Fruit gum is rather silly. I suppose I don't see the point in chewing on something as gum is supposed to be chewed on. Everywhere I turn, I can see the endless amounts of shops and booths that are all offering something new. Vendors seem to come at me from every which way, offering me hamburgers, hot dogs, and other mouth-watering foods. They have made quite a name for themselves this year, along with everything else that we are viewing. Many big changes have been made since the last time I was here. One of the big changes in the breakfast category is pancakes. Pancakes have become a simple meal to make, and Nancy Green can be thanked for that. She created a mixture of different dry ingredients to make packaged pancake mix. Speaking of breakfast, a new delicacy called cereal has become quite popular throughout our country. Dr. Harvey Kellogg gave us the brilliant cornflakes by accident. Clearly, no one was opposed to this mistake. These days, we see people socializing with others that they may have never met if it weren't for the World's Fair. Personally, I have been able to witness a lot of these interactions by going down to eat at a place that they call a cafeteria. Cafeteria has made a grand debut at this year's fair, and I am so delighted that I got the chance to be here to see it. The food was exquisite, and it is as if it's a large social event. Rumor has it that Nancy E. Leese is saying that in 100 years, women will no longer have to make meals due to meal pills being the new way of eating. These days, Mary E. Leese is a very talked-up woman for her bold thoughts on what the future will hold for women and what is expected of them. Aside from all of these new snacks and foods, dishwashers and washing machines have already made a grand entrance into the lives of many Americans. Electricity has become a very hot topic, and Westinghouse can be thanked for that.
Here we are at the World's Fair, where there are 12 new 1,000 horsepower AC generator units powering this fair. To light this fair, it took 100,000 incandescent lamps. The generators you'll see for these lamps were designed by Nikola Tesla in 1887. Then later, the patent was bought out by Westinghouse along with 6 other electrical inventions for $60,000. There were many bids from multiple companies who wanted to power the first lighted fair, but Westinghouse was privileged enough to win that bid. AC power is the safest and easiest controlled source of power, and that's why Tesla thought that was the best option. Electricity we are seeing here today is showing 27 million people AC power is clearly the way to power their future all-electric homes.
Speaking of electric homes, have you guys seen anything about the new amazing electric kitchen? It's filled with unimaginable things that will make life much easier with the push of a button. Think of all the tedious and time-consuming things you do when you're preparing a meal. Now, imagine that, but instead you're spending your whole day using all your energy on cooking and keeping your produce fresh. You can just give your worries over to the new refrigerator appliance and let it work its magic. With appliances like this, you won't have to worry about keeping food cold. It does it for you. Another great new appliance that is helping women in the kitchen is the new dishwasher. After preparing a whole meal, it will make it tons easier to just put the dishes in and not have to worry about cleaning dish by dish. Appliances like the microwave and stove are making it much easier to prepare meals without having to spend hours trying to boil water for your meals. One of the most popular appliances turns your boring bread into some tasty toast. It's a toaster, haha.
I hope you enjoyed your day with us at the World's Fair.
So many wonderful things have come from the Chicago World's Fair. New snacks and foods have helped women in the kitchen immensely, cutting the hours of baking and cooking into just a few minutes. Electricity has been a huge advancement for women in the kitchen, and I can only imagine the ways it will improve in the years to come.
Westinghouse really outdid themselves, especially with being able to light the whole World's Fair.
Seeing how electricity is already benefiting people, I'm also excited to see where that goes in the next 100 years. The power of electricity has helped many people throughout America work much quicker and has decreased the amount of manual labor that men have had to go through.
Many of these inventions would have never gotten the amount of attention or advertisement that it has without the Chicago World's Fair, and I think that's pretty interesting.
Well, it's getting late. We better head back home. We hope you enjoyed your day at the fair. See you next year.